it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. He's going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing very well here today. We are about to get underway for the race here at Indianapolis. It's not very often we get to see this circuit on the calendar. So it's going to be interesting to see how the drivers deal with things out there tonight. But first of all, remember, if you are in the need for some sim racing gear, please make sure to hop on over to Asetek Sim Sports. They've got some absolutely great stuff. I personally use their pedals, and they are very good indeed. And we've also got a 5% discount for you if you use Phoenix Sim Sport at the checkout for that discount. So let's see how we are going to get on today. Let's get everything all set up for you. Move on over to this lovely screen here. Absolutely wonderful. We're going to see Mr. Crossland leaving the box right now. Out towards the front though, let's see who is the furthest. So at the moment, Mr. Grasick is the one that is furthest around the circuit. And so we'll be crossing the line first. Let's just remember to put our desktop audio on. That would be useful. And also put our Discord on Do Not Disturb. My goodness. You'd think we'd be organized by now. But anyway. So, Mr. Grasick is going to be leading us around for the first lap. So, let's go on board with him, actually. And see what it looks like from his point of view. Let's go. Can we go on board? Let's go on board. There we go. Okay, so coming around the final corner, we are going to blast our way all the way down to turn 1. Indianapolis, a very famous track in America, used for the Indy 500, but we're going to use the infield section here. Massive curb on the inside, and we take a pretty big bite out of it. Flowing our way through turn 3, down into turn 4. Flick the car in. The Indy circuit, the famous race in, I think it was 2005 in Formula 1, where only 6 cars started the race as a result of tyre worries. If I'm not mistaken, Michelin's were not holding up to track conditions very well. Around the final corner was the problem. The lateral G was just too much, and the tyres were blowing up left, right, and centre, so only the Bridgestone runners actually started the race. But we have got Mr. Grasick leading us around back up onto the oval, and then we're going to do just another little bit of the infield section here. Penultimate corner. What kind of time are we going to get across the line? I should probably have quality personal best delta. There we go. So Grasick goes pole with a 37.4. No, Valfunder comes in with a 36.9. For pole position. Crossing Amar and Fuller. Fuller just setting a valid lap now. So, Val Thunder in the pound seats at the moment. And Gresic with a little bit of catching up to do. As Amar comes in and puts in a 2:08.5, that is probably an unrepresentative lap time. So Amar probably has a little bit of improvement to do there. Jan is going to come up to the line. Car number 85 just approaching the line now. What's going to be? Still 4P3, 38.050. So currently that is the current deltas the drivers are on. So Val Thunder improving his lap by 0.6 of a second. Gresic improving by 0.5. Brewer is the only one not improving, really. Everyone then is doing better. Gresic taking the shortest route to the line and does improve enough for pole, but Val Thunder also then going to improve to a 36.1. So once again, Val Thunder showing he's got the pace here. And we're in for an interesting event here today. Can Gresic be the first driver to make it 3 wins in this season? Or can Val Thunder take another win? Or am I right in saying that at all? Let's just take a check at previous results for you. Let's just see standings. And we have got Val Thunder. So Val Thunder hasn't had a win yet. The best result so far has been a P2. So Val Thunder could do with a really good result here today. He's got the pace to take the win. We have seen him sitting on pole before, but that he wasn't able to convert it into a win in that particular scenario. So the best he's done so far is a P2. But this is looking like some really good pace out here today. We could see a lot of records broken actually for season best result. Oh, as Mr. Fuller ends up taking out one of the polystyrene boards. Let's take a look at quality best delta. The only one really improving at the minute then is Mr. Crossland, who's going to improve by 0.4 of a second. Is it enough for P6? It is just about enough for P6, so that is going to be a 138.4 for car number 76. And Gresic improves to a 136.327, so closing that gap to Val Thunder. 12 minutes left of qualifying. So we go on board with Felix Lau. Currently on a 37.9, so just about in those 37s. 0.9 of a second would need to be gained in order to go up a slot. As Mr. Lau clears out that earlier polystyrene board we saw getting taken out. Oh, Gresic actually improving another little bit, up to a 36.265. Is there a way? Mr. ACC TV is going to be able to tell me what their delta. I can see their deltas. There we go. Now we can tell you their deltas live. So no one really improving now. What kind of conditions are we under? So the temperature, 21 degrees. Track temperature also 21 degrees. So the track relatively cold. Although pretty reasonable for nighttime conditions. Jan improving by 0.2 of a second. Not quite enough to be able to knock Amar off of P3. Let's just see what the quality deltas are. Grasic has lost 1.1 seconds on that previous lap. So this won't be an improvement. As does Valthunder. Valthunder, a little bit of a yellow flag. Let's see what happened. So this is coming around onto the main straight. And, oh, he's just pulling over. And so decides that's enough for that stint and returns to the pits. So there's the current gaps at the moment. So the top three split by around about half a second. Then we've got another half a second back to Jan Ivanov on plus 1.01 of a second. Then we have got Felix Lau again in a little bit of no man's land out there. And then Crossland Brewer in P6 and 7. Pretty close in lap time. So we'll see how they get on today. And Mr. Fuller in P8, 3.6 off the pace. As you can see, we've got the absolutely wonderful ACC TV overlays on for you today. Once again, I hope you are enjoying these overlays. They definitely give us an awful lot more flexibility in what we can do. Absolutely great stuff. And thank you for that trial period, ACC TV. And we certainly will be purchasing a license. Our trial period is over. We want to make sure that these streams are the absolute best quality we can possibly make for you out there. So not very many drivers improving much on their lap times at the moment. Brewer taking about 0.4 of a second out of this lap, which would be enough to bring him a bit closer to Jonathan Crossland. So sets a 38.570. Or sorry, no, that is his best lap time, and he's improving on that. So we may very well see Mr. Brewer getting very close to Crossland ahead. Felix, though, that deciding that is the end of that stint and returns to the pits. Has improved a little, it got a little bit closer to Jan. Jan not really improving from that 37.0. Val Thunder not really able to improve much past that 36.0. So for now, pole time currently been sitting at that time for a little while now. Gresic not quite able to gain enough to challenge that pole just yet either. So for now, Val Thunder is your pole sitter. But we still got 5 minutes to go, and track conditions will keep improving as the session goes on. But while we've got a little bit of a lull in the action, I will leave you on autocamp just for the moment. If you don't mind, I will be right back with you for the remainder of qualifying. Hello everyone, did you miss me? We didn't miss too much in the action there. Brewer did improve a little bit towards Crossland. 38.310 for car number 316. So only about just over 1/10 away from car number 76. So we could have a good little battle there. We're going to have a good battle for the win here today as well, as Valthunder and Gresic pretty close there as well. Just over 2/10 of a gap between the two drivers. So Valthunder with some pretty good pace here today. But Gresic is going to make sure that it is not an easy run for Valthunder. Amara, a little bit of a dark horse in there as well. He's only about 0.3 of a second off of Gresic as well. So could very well be in there and able to punish any mistakes that the leading drivers do make. 1 minute to go. So these are going to be the final laps of these drivers. At the minute, Felix is improving. So Val Thunder is finishing now. Does improve to what's that? 35.885. So Val Thunder does push that pole lap time a little bit lower. Felix Lau is improving as well. Like 0.4 of a second. Amar just starting a new lap. Let's see if Amar is able to make any progress here with any kind of improvement. Felix Lau has improved by 0.5 of a second so far. It is a pretty big improvement. Jan also starting a new lap. So Felix does improve towards Jan. There's only 0.3 of a second now away from Jan. Jan making a mistake, so that's going to be the end of Jan's run. Car 85 returning to the pits. And that, I think, is the end of qualifying. Felix and Crossland both on... no, Lau also stops. So Crossland and Brewer, they're the only two on valid laps, but neither of them are improving. As I say that, Jonathan improves just a little touch on his lap, but does lose a little bit. Brewer returns to the pits as well. So now just awaiting Crossland coming across the line. Autocam, please. Can we go to Mr. Crossland? Thank you. There we go. Coming down into the final few quarters. That is very wide. And that loses an awful lot of time, so that is going to be no improvement there for him. And a little bit of a donut for the stream. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. So while we are waiting for qualifying to kick off, let's just go ahead and show you our Asetek affiliation once again. Please do remember to pop in there if you do want some gear. I am not just messing around whenever I say I do enjoy their gear. They've got very, very good stuff. Hello, Frey Frey! Yes, indeed! It has been a long time. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. While we are waiting for the drivers here, let's just be right back after this ad. Lovely stuff, and welcome back to the stream. Thank you very much for sticking around for that. We are about to get underway for the pit walk here. Let's see if we can get this good old thing working this time. Let's hit that button, and hopefully... Oh no! We didn't want that. I think that's working. Oh no! We've completely messed it all up. But there we go! Mr. Val Thunder is here in P1 today. He takes pole once again. Can he convert that into a win here today? That is going to be the ultimate question. It's going to be BMW versus BMW here at the front. So who knows who's going to be able to take it. Then talking about BMWs, Mr. Grasick is next up in P2. He's going to be starting here alongside his fellow BMW driver. Let's see how he can get on today. Can he make it 3 wins this season? And Amar has a good shot at getting a podium here today as well. That would be a really good result for MTA Motorsport. They are in a pretty tough battle between themselves and Tradition Simsport. So it would be some good points on the board for them today. Jan as well could be in for a good result. P4 here on the board at the moment. So let's see how he gets on. So it looks like our grid walk is... There we go. Aha! I think this is going to work now. Let's see how that works. Sorry, we are learning here a little bit. There we go! Mr. Graysick in P2. We're going to see him again for another little bit. We are learning these tools as we go here. And there we go. There is Mr. Amar in P3, car number 15. Looking like this could be a very strong result here for the McLaren. And Jan in P4. Car number 85 is going to be battling with Amar the whole way through this race, I suspect. We know Jan is very good at racing. Then we've got Felix Lau, car number 62, starting in P5 now today. This could be a career best here as well. As I said earlier, this could be a lot of drivers breaking their career best. Then we've got Mr. Crossland in P6, car number 76. In P6, that Mercedes is going to be looking to move forward here today. And at the back row, we have got Brewer in the BMW car 316. Beautiful livery on that car. BMW 6th livery. He's going to be sticking out like a sore thumb here in the night. You're not going to miss that car. And Mr. Fuller, then car number 973 in P8. Again, could be a great result. Everyone is going to be able to finish in the top 10 if they keep it on track. Lovely stuff. There we go. So that, I think that worked quite well. We did okay with that. Let me know what you think of the new grid overlay. Ah, yes, Frey. Yeah, you got to get back into the racing there. Lack of skill outweighs my ambition. Come on, we have got a good wide skill range. I'm sure you'd find a great place on the grid somewhere. I hope we've got a lot of games as well. We do run 3 AC series. With the MX-5s being a brilliant little series for all skill levels, because it's a very easy car to drive. Tatus on Thursday nights, it's very good as well. It's like an F3 car, very nice little car to drive. And LMU on Saturday nights, which is a very good game as well. Very well done version of the WEC series. So here we go. Graysick is the one. Oh, Valthunder actually does lead us away. So because it is under night conditions here, the drivers are going to want to build a little bit more temperature into their tires, because the track temperature is equaling the air temperature right now. There's no direct sunlight on the track, so that does mean that the tires will be a little bit colder than usual. Track surface here at Indianapolis is quite an interesting one as well. It is a bit of a slippery, smooth surface, so we could see very low tire wear here today, because there's not an awful lot of abrasive surfaces that cut away at the tire surface. So the fastest way around the track here today may very well be to not pit for tyres, and that would mean then that you gain 5 seconds in the pits over the other drivers who do change tyres. You have a fixed pit time here of 25 seconds. Let's just that on as well. Drivers do have a mandatory stop as well. They must complete at some point during the race, and they must fill at least 1 litre of fuel. So here we go. Oh no, we're coming up onto the other section of the oval, but still another little section of track to go before we do get around to the start-finish line. Now we do actually, I thought car number 62. Oh, that's the pit protection. There we go. So we have now got that working. The track map is showing where the focused car will come out if they were to pit right now. It's going to be a nice little protection that's going to be handy throughout the race, but right now we're going to focus on how Val Thunder manages this start. Remember, BMW versus BMW. And away we go. We're focusing on Amar at the minute. Oh, Amar and Jan immediately colliding. Not sure what happened there. Amar seemed to just come across, making a collision with Jan. And that does mean then that Brewer up into P3, Lau P4, Jan down into P5 for the moment. Fuller up into P6 and Crossland P7. Amar all the way down into P8. Hopefully not too much damage. Let's see if we can just see exactly what happened there. Not quite sure if... was Amar trying to go to the left for a gap he thought was there maybe or something? But Jan was right in that gap. Fuller and Crossland going side by side. Crossland around the outside and up into P6. So now Amar's got to start the recovery drive. It's not too far away from the lead. Down the inside of Fuller. He's got a little bit of damage on that McLaren, so it's going to be tricky to get past. But keeps it pinned up onto the oval section. But not quite able to make his way through. Does he dive into the pits? Doesn't, so decides to carry on for now. Val Thunder does hold on to position. Scott Brewer, absolutely brilliant start here today. 4 positions up, and we have got a BMW 1234 here at Phoenix Sim Sport. The BMW is absolutely loving things right now. Amar really wants to get past. Fuller ahead, right up into his diffuser there, but makes a nice little move down the inside. Fuller's going to fight it back though, but can't quite make it stick. So Amar up into P7 and on his way now to chase down Crossland, as we see Lau and Jan. Let's just go back 30 seconds there as well. Cheeky helicam. So Jan coming up behind Felix Lau. So it is no longer a BMW 1234. Jan has made his way back up to P4. Ooh, Lau going wide. There we go. So popping it on the grass, and that has let Jan even off through up into P4 in this race. Can he fight it back? Graysick trying to hold on to Val Thunder, but Val Thunder absolutely rapid here. So far, his last lap was a 36.3, Val Thunder, whereas Graysick was a 37.1. So at the moment, Graysick a little bit off the pace. Might be carrying more fuel. That might be why he is a little bit slower. Maybe Val Thunder has underfueled in an attempt to try and run away. We won't know until the pit stop's coming around. But for now, we have got Felix right under the rear wing of... We did have Lau right under the rear wing of Jan. And he's got back there once again. Ooh, a little bit of a cut there, it seemed, though, by car number 62. Now, interestingly, Brewer up 4 positions, Amar down 4 positions, everyone else in the position they qualified in. So that is an interesting little statistic. Amar back down to P8, so something happened there with car number 15. Let's see if Jan's going to make the move on Brewer. He doesn't right now. So let's just see what happened with that yellow flag. Oh, just drops the car on exit and holds brakes until Fuller is passed. Good stuff. That's what we teach the drivers to do. Very, very good. And gets back underway. So Jan now really put the pressure on Brewer ahead. As you can see there, Jan's best lap was about a second quicker than Brewer. Brewer seeing the chance at making this a 1-2-3 podium for the BMWs, though. And is going to try and fight this as hard as he can. Jan is carrying a little bit of damage, though. That's going to affect the top speed, and versus a BMW, that's going to be really hard to beat. Oh, but Brewer does go a little wide. That's going to let Jan take a little look around the outside, but Lau is there as well. Jan a little wide, and a little touch of grass. That's going to affect his straight line speed onto this main straight. He is in the slipstream, but is going to be a long enough straight. Rosland in the background there, looking to get involved as well. It's not quite going to be enough this lap, Felix. Oh, getting very late on the brakes and trying to really hang in there. Lousy had a bit of a space, really wanting to go for it. Not quite able to do anything on this lap. Jan just completely stuck. He's going to go for the sand down the inside. He tries it. Freer gave him the space on the inside, but he just wasn't able to make it stick. But this is going to be a much better drive out of the final corner this time. Is the slipstream going to be enough? What great racing we're seeing here today. These guys are so well matched. also right in the rear wing of Fuller. Let's just flip over to that one right now. Amar might look for a bit of a send. Down the inside of turn 1. Gets the car stopped and makes it stick. So Amar back up into P7. And trying to recover as best he can. But again, that damaged McLaren is going to be tricky to drive indeed. Let's go back on board with Jan in his battle with Brewer. And indeed Lau behind as well. As while Brewer is ahead of him, he cannot get away from Lau. That is the widest BMW I have ever seen. Brilliant stuff, but Yannick once again gets a great ping off the previous corner. Tries to get to the apex first, but can't quite do it. Seems that this is a really difficult circuit to overtake on. He's going to need to get that really good exit out of that mini infield section so that he can get a great run up onto the oval here. But Lau is the one that is closer. Is Lau going to go for the send? He takes a look! Down the inside! What a move! Lau makes it stick up into P4 in this race. Ivanov down into P5. But Ivanov is going to battle back down the inside. Not quite able to get on the throttle early enough though. The BMW getting a better slingshot around the outside. Jan liking to hug it close, and because he's done so, he's got a really good drive down the inside, but then it switches to the inside for car number 62. He leaves the room. Somehow, Jan has got around the outside. And Jan now back up into P4. Felix tries a little bit of a send down the inside. A little bit of a look, but not quite able to make it stick. A little touch of the grass there as well. Don't want to do that too much. Maybe a little unsettled now. He did seem to be in a really good rhythm, but because of that battle, that has upset the car a little. So he's going to need to get back into the rhythm. And Crossen now in this battle as well. We have got a four-way battle for the podium. Legendary stuff here. Almost 12 minutes done of this race. And you saw there, Valthunder with the best lap of the session so far, setting a 36.0. So that, if I am not mistaken, is pretty close to his qualifying time. So very good stuff from Valthunder. And Gracek only slightly off his qualifying time as well with a 36.3. Those guys just in a complete league of their own at the moment. Mr. Brewer, a little bit of a cork in the bottle here. But this is for position, and he is doing everything just right. So he's more than ever within his rights to sit there and defend his position. Jan's going to want to put at least one different car on that podium, though. 3 BMWs on the podium is just absolutely crazy. If I'm not mistaken, we had that earlier in the season. In fact, I think half the grid is BMWs as well, if I'm not mistaken here today. BMW is proving a very popular choice this season. I think it's down to a choice of BOP. Balance of performance helps equal out a lot of the differences between the different cars. So that theoretically, at least, every car should be able to do the same lap time in the hands of the same driver. Very difficult thing to calculate and separate out how much is down to the driver and how much is down to the car. The guys that work all this out are very smart cookies indeed. Talking about smart cookies, Jan is going to have to be smart about where he attacks here. Takes a little look down the inside. That is exactly it, Dark Pengu. You can only improve if you're actually doing the skill that you want to improve. And, a little bit of a glitch there on the timing screens. I did say that Jan was ahead of Brewer for a moment, but he's not quite yet. He wishes he was. Felix has dropped off a little too, so now Scrap Brewer setting 38 threes. Felix Lau 38 eights. So at the moment, Jan goes wide. So and actually, while we were watching that, we had car 995 set the fast lap of the session. Here he is coming across the line, set a 1:35.985. He is looking very solid there out in the lead. So doing a brilliant job. Doing a brilliant job of controlling the pace at the moment. Grasic just constantly in the background there. Still within range where if anything happens, any little mistake or anything, he'll be right there to pounce. And in fact, Grasic is improving his lap times a little. But Val Thunder constantly is really, really consistent here. Interesting. So, yeah, we do have a little bit of information here from Nico. Thank you very much for that. Jan lacks top speed. So, the reason why that Lamborghini is struggling to get ahead of the BMW is because he lacks that actual top speed in order to be able to make a move. So, even though he is in the slipstream of the BMW ahead, that Lamborghini just doesn't quite have the legs to be able to get him in a position where then he can make a move. So he's got to be really smart about this or use the strategy. So he's got to apply as much pressure as he can. He might actually have a great opportunity here. But 4 kilometers per hour slower at the end of the straight, and that is within slipstream as well. So Brewer really doing everything he needs to defend this position right now. But yeah, look very close. So Brewer's going to have to go a little defensive. But that top speed of that BMW just enough to pull it back out again. Brewer just driving nice and consistent. Taking it easy, not making mistakes. And absolutely brilliant drive from Brewer here today. So pit stops could be what decides this battle. Amar having an issue, and Amar boxing, I think. Yeah, Amar has boxed. Let's go on board to see where he's going to come out. He's going to come out behind car number 76. So car number 15 is going to end up lapped by a lot of the field. Yeah, Amar could very well be done. Hopefully not. There's a good chance for really good points here, regardless of your finish position. Yeah, return to garage in turn 1. Yeah, that's pretty much a big sign that you don't want to continue, or a big, massive crash. Ooh, big swing out of the final corner for Jan. That does mean then that Brandon is going to have a great chance here at finishing P7 today. Which, if we just have a look at his current career best, let's see whereabouts he is. His current career best was the last round at P11, so he would blow that out of the water by 4 positions. Should be absolutely excellent for Brandon. Brewer here, if he is able to hold on to this, could also improve his best finish of P6 up to a podium. But I get the feeling that Jan is just really waiting until that pit window really reasonably opens. You could box now, but that is going to be an awful long way with a very heavy car. That is confirmation then that Amar has decided to retire from this race and will take no further part. Just pity, we could have had an incredible 5-car battle for P3 here today. But that is racing for you. Oh, yeah, might have a shot here. He's got to look down the inside, but oh, he just can't pull alongside enough for the dive. Lau, though, going wide in the background. I think he misses braking point there, if I'm not mistaken. But looks like he's continued okay. Dropped a little bit behind. Yeah, down the inside! There he goes for it, but brakes far too late out onto the grass. Oh, he had to do something, but Brewer saw that coming, braked in time. Hello, Amar. Yeah, tell us what happened to you there today. That's unfortunate. Crossland in. So, Crossland is the first of the scheduled pit stops. Let's take a look at where then he is planned to come out. So he will be coming out between car 31 and car 316. So will be ahead of Brewer, will be lapped by Valthunder and Grasic. still deciding to follow. We've got 35 minutes left to go in this race. 25 minutes done already. Jonathan Crossland, currently the only one that has served his pit stop. Oh, Ivanov and Brewer. I'm there. Oh, Ivanov and Brewer going side by side. Oh, very close indeed. Can Jan make it stick? He's going to be round the long way. And oh my goodness, Brewer getting back out ahead. We've got to go on helicam for that one. Let's see what happened. Mistake from Brewer. So let's just see what happened. Hopefully there's no action goes on while we're watching the replay. Always hate when that happens. So Brewer starting this lap. Oh, goes wide out onto the marbles. That's enough to allow Jan down the inside, but then Brewer, with the better run, goes down the inside of the next corner. Oh, it gets back through, but Jan is going to be really, really close. Down into turn one, they're both on the marbles. Whoa, why switch to you? No, no. Camera, please, what are you doing? Don't do this to me. Oh, but Jan, once again, just really suffering from that top speed deficit, not able to make the move. So really is completely stuck behind Brewer. Really got to be thinking now about trying to do something from a strategic point of view. So we've got Amar says, Valthunder goes my line, and I would like to go there on his line at the same time. Spotter say clear on the left, and I think it wasn't clear. So potentially an incident there between Amar and the leader. So thank you, Amar, for letting us know. Sad to see you retire from the race. Oh, Jan's got a great chance here. Little tap of the bumper of that BMW ahead. But once again, the BMW's got the legs. And he's, Jan, down the inside. Late the brakes. Too late again. And Lau is going to get through as well. Oh, Jan getting really frustrated behind that BMW. And as a result, losing a position overall to Felix as well. Now Felix could have a good shot at getting into P3. Here we go. Interestingly, let's just take a look here. If Brewer does not change tires, he will come out just behind car 31, but quite a way ahead of car 76. If he does change tires, he will still come out ahead of car 76. So right now, oh no, contact! No, contact between Brewer and Lau, and Brewer is around. Oh no, that is so unfortunate. That's not how we wanted that battle to end. That is going to cost Brewer so much time, and this was going to be a brilliant race-long battle here. Let's just take a look at that from helicam perspective. Brewer does go a little wide. Lau sees the gap, tries to go for it. Oh, there just was nothing there. Lau had the right to the Brewer had the right to the line, rather, and Lau just sticking the nose in there a little bit. Too late, $1 short. Yeah, thanks, Amar. Yep, sometimes he's not great. Jan is going to get passed by Lau as if he's standing still. Wow, that Lamborghini really not able to keep up in a straight line. And Felix then through 4P3. So let's see, car number 62. Oh no! 62 and 85 coming together. It's all kicking off now. And Jan does rightfully slow down in order to not take the position. He knows very well that would be classed as an illegal overtake, so does stay behind. Good stuff. Little compensation for Brewer, though, is 4.6 seconds behind Fuller now in the pits. Let's go on board with Fuller to see whereabouts he would come out behind. He will come out behind car 316 in last place. And but these guys are having an absolute ding-dong of a battle. This could bring Brewer back into things. They're both going to end up slowing each other down. Gracek into the pits then. So, as these guys come around, where is Lau going to come out? Lau, at the moment, still ahead of Crossland, if he were to pit right now. Only just, though. So, Crossland doing a... Hello, Ashley. I see you, wifey. Gracek down into P5 at the minute, but now has served his pit stop. So let's see where Jan actually would come out. Car 85 would remain ahead of 76 if he didn't change tires, and if he did change tires. So Jan at the moment in a pretty safe position, and Felix should be around about there as well, so shouldn't really be in too much trouble concerning coming out around about where Crossland is. But Crossland did take a massive chunk out of Jan and Felix that previous lap. They cost themselves quite a lot because they did a 44.2. So they lost an awful lot of time in that exchange. "27 minutes to go. 4 more cars still to serve their pit stops. 3 have served them. Jan diving into the pits now then. And he's going to hope that he comes out ahead as Lau goes around for another lap. So let's just stay on board here with Felix to see whereabouts his prediction is going to place him. So ACC TV is very good in that it gives us a little pit stop prediction. You can see a little ghost image of car number 62 making its way towards the 3rd sector right now, whereas the actual car number 62 is still in the 1st sector. That is a little prediction of whereabouts they are going to come out from a pit perspective. And you can see that if car number 62 were to box right now, he would remain ahead of Jonathan Crossland. But that prediction's coming around the final corner now as Jan is starting to move. So where is that prediction going to end up? This could be an interesting battle. It's not going to be between 2 cars. It's going to be between a ghost image and an actual car. So right now, 62 is ahead of 85. So if Felix were to box, and he does. So right now, Felix will come out ahead of Jan. Although it depends if he changes tires or not. If he changes tires, oh, he's going to be right on top of him. So this is going to be really interesting. No, we want to stay on Felix. Don't change cars yet. Oh, he's actually quite a bit ahead. So, oh, this could be really interesting. This could come down to whether or not he changes tires. So, Crossland now, Crossland actually relatively close to Jan as well. So, I wish there was a way we could tell who changed tires or not. Unless Nico is able to use his absolutely special powers and be able to tell how long people are pitted for. Although it could be repairing damage if it is longer than 25 seconds. But for now, Graysick then back up into P2. And he has served that pit stop, so now we're just waiting to see where Lau and Brewer come out. Lau and Brewer both underway in the pits. Actually, Crossland could be P5 after penalties. That is a very good point as well. It could very well end up being a lot of the positions decided under penalty review. We did see quite a few incidents during those laps on the way up to the pit stop. And Jan, Felix and Brewer on the way to the pit exit right now. It's going to be really damn close. But Jan just out in front of Felix, and Brewer is right there as well. So Brewer has done a great job to catch back up to this pack. So Brewer still well within a shot of getting P3 here today. And yes, for telling myself to hydrate, I will hydrate. Always remember, people, remember to hydrate. And Valthunder then choosing to pit with only 22 minutes to go. Although he had an absolutely incredible control over this race. And let's just go on board for a moment just to see where his pit prediction should come out. Yeah, should be plenty ahead of Graysick. Let's just put it out to 30 seconds just to see. Yeah, he's got plenty of a gap there, so should not have any problems at all. There we go. Let's go to Jan. Lau now really close to Ivanov ahead. That is not the camera I wanted to see, Mr. ACC TV, but we're all right. Now we're back with the action. Now this is going to be really interesting. We know Jan is a very good driver, very can defend very well indeed, but that straight line speed is going to be a serious disadvantage. Jan's going to have to really outpace Lau the rest of the lap. Lau just has to stay close out of the final corner, and I think he's going to have the legs really to be able to catch up. And yeah, this could yet as well be decided in the stewards room, really, with the incidents that will be reviewed post-race. That were caused by Jan and Felix. It is highly possible that Brewer, just by hanging in the background there, could still get on that podium. There is only one way to tell, and that is by watching the rest of this 20 minutes and then to check the results post-race. Either way, there is a boatload of points coming these guys' way in this race. We were a little concerned that we wouldn't see too much racing at this circuit, but look at this. What a battle we have had all race long here today. Absolutely great stuff from these guys. Bothlander and Grasic both matching lap times at the moment. And what is the current gap? Current gap 6.5 seconds. So Bothlander definitely still in control of the pace of this race. But it's still not over yet. Does Grasic have anything left in the tank in order to be able to improve and close that lap time down? Could it come down to who changed tires, if either changed tires? I think the gap was around about that before the pit stop, so it's probably likely they either both didn't or both did change tires. Felix gaining. Is it going to be enough for Sen into turn one? He's going to take a look. Can't quite get the car stopped soon enough though, so gonna have to settle for moving in behind for now. That's interesting. Everyone has moved up position. Or everyone has no one, rather, has lost a position this race. Interesting little factoid. And that is the view from the rear of Thunder's car. Nice clear view from behind. And Ruhr, you can see the cars up ahead. They're so unbelievably close and yet so far away. Held onto that P3 for so long, was doing absolutely brilliantly here today. Well, not quite close enough to be able to challenge on this lap, so Jan, maybe with a little bit of a pace advantage, though it doesn't look like it. Felix, about half a second quicker on that particular lap. Do actually have some pit times, so it is looking like most, if not all, drivers did then stop for tires. Everyone's pit time right about 35 seconds. Probably a lot of drivers as well. Fixing a little bit of damage. "14 minutes to go here. We've still got a seriously intense battle on our hands. Brewer is just dropping back a little, so not quite able to hold on to the pace of these guys ahead. It's Jan and Felix doing 37.1 and 37.3 versus a 38.5. So Brewer just about a second a lap slower than these two. I think this one is going to come right down to the line. Oh, Jan! No! Jan goes off track! An unforced error. Completely allowing Felix up into P3. So, yeah, there was enough of a gap there that the pressure, well, Felix was there the whole time. The pressure wasn't too high, but yeah, unfortunately, falling off track. Let's take another look at that from Helicam perspective. So, navigating this part of the circuit well enough, and yeah, just on the throttle a little too early, or either way, the car understeering off onto the grass, and that's enough of a mistake then to just allow Felix to walk through. And now Jan's got to try and chase Felix down. And that lets Brewer back into things as well. So Jan once again is going to have a BMW right in front of him. Just the way it's been looking for most of this race. As we see Mr. Fuller coming around to start lap 28. Just got to keep it nice and steady here. And that is Fuller going to be well on for a season best result of P7. Val Thunder this stint with a best lap time of a 1:35.715. Absolutely incredible pace from Val Thunder, pushing that that lead out to nearly 11 seconds. So it just seems here at Indianapolis, Val Thunder just has the pace. And has controlled this race entirely from the front. In fact, I think this then, if he does finish with the fastest lap, will end up as a Grand Slam, because he has led every lap as well. I'm back on board with Felix Lau as he tries to secure this P3. And ever so slightly catching him. We are less than 10 minutes left to go in this race. Ooh, a little tap of the wall there before we enter turn 1 for Mr. Lau. Didn't seem to have too much of an effect on the car, so still doing okay. Felix and Jan both matching lap times on that previous lap, only 5 milliseconds difference between the two. I see, ooh, bit of an issue there for Grasic, who went off towards the end of the lap, but seems to still be okay. Lost a little bit of time, but has got plenty of time in his pocket to P3. So not too much of an issue for the BMW man. Oh, Val Thunder trying to get past Crossland here under blue flags. And there we go, makes his way through. As Val Thunder comes on to complete another lap, and oh, he's improved the session best lap up to a 35.510. What a lap by the BMW man. Absolutely incredible stuff. Brilliant lap time. Just really putting a stamp on this race and saying, yep, I'm going to convert this one. He had the pace to do it earlier in the season, but an unfortunate start meant he lost a lot of positions and wasn't quite able to recover all the way back up into the lead, but here just kept it clean after sitting on pole and extending that gap out to 15 seconds. Jan just ever so slightly catching Felix Lau. Might not be enough to be able to have a chance at a battle at any point. The two seem to be very evenly matched on pace. So we might not be able to complete this, or see this being resolved on track, rather. Oh, having said that though, gap now down to 1 second. So let's go on board. Yeah, there we go with Jan and Felix. Oh, that was a mistake from Felix, has allowed Jan back in. So a little bit of pressure potentially unsettling the BMW. Is he gonna have a go in turn 1? Oh, once again, just no legs on that Lamborghini. He's not able to get enough of an overlap to be able to make enough of a move. It's gotta be so frustrating. You know you've got the pace in order to be able to get ahead. Yeah, with 3 minutes left to go, and how frustrating it's got to be behind that BMW. You never know, we could very well see another incident happening here. Felix just looking like he's settled into it a little. And that gap is just going to be a bit too much. We're coming down into the final couple laps. Oh, Jan going very wide indeed. Trying to get as much of a slingshot on the main straight as he can. Fuller now up ahead, so Felix is going to have to deal with some traffic. Is that then gonna end up making the decision here? Oh, Felix making a bit of a mistake in the early part of this sector. Jan is gonna have the inside for the next corner, but that's gonna mean Felix is gonna have the inside for the next corner. Sweeps around the inside. Jan gonna try the switchback! But Felix is going to have the inside then for the next corner, and Jan's going to try switchback again. Gets early on the throttle, goes round the outside. Can he drive around the outside? We know that Lamborghini's been struggling with top speed, but he's down the inside enough, and late on the brakes, he does get the move. But then Felix with the switchback once again, but Jan's going to have inside for... Oh, but Felix around the outside. Oh, what a battle. Are they going to... No, don't switch car! No! ACC TV. Oh, there has been an incident! And Brewer is going to steal that. We're going to have to go for the replay. Jan and Felix side by side for most of this sector. And then Jan's going to go hello down the inside. Felix is going to come across. Oh! And just a little bit of a tap. That spins Jan around. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Vathunder is going to come around, and he is going to be starting one more lap. And so Vathunder is now on the final lap of this race. Led from lights to flag with fast lap of the race and pole. So is on for an incredible Grand Slam here today. And look at that gap, a 24.6 second gap Just absolute domination. Grayson may very well have backed off for quite a bit of it. No need really to risk an incident. Whenever he probably wasn't going to lose position or gain position here today, but you know, even so, what an incredible show here from Val Thunder as we watch this final lap here at Indianapolis. And now on to Graysick, who actually has a little bit of damage, if I'm not mistaken, on that BM. It's going to want to try and get past Crossland, who comes on to the racing line. And Graysick down the inside and dispatches the traffic nice and easy. A little bit of a flash to say, it's all right. Goes around, and Val Thunder then does win here at Indianapolis. Let's go on board with the BM. What an incredible display by car 995. Absolutely awesome stuff. And now Grayson coming around the final corner as well to take P2 here today. Absolutely excellent points for his championship. So brilliant, brilliant stuff by Tomek. Just didn't quite have the pace to be able to challenge Val Thunder here today, but still takes home a good chunk of points. We are going to see, at least on track, a BMW 1, 2, 3, 4. As Felix now is going to approach the line. And Nico, your prediction did come true. We did see another incident there towards the end of this race. So Stuart are going to have a bit of fun here today. And Felix approaching the line, taking P3 here today as Brewer comes in just behind. Jan coming home P5. Crossland already finished in P6, and then we saw Mr. Fuller in P7, and Amar did not finish. So, oh my goodness, what a incredible race we had there today between Lau, Brewer, and Ivanov, and what an incredible display of driving there today. Let's just take a little look if there is anyone in paddock that would like an interview. So we'll just hang around for a little moment to see. But for now, what an incredible battle, and congratulations to Val Thunder, who does then get a win that does make it 6 different winners this season. We have had 6 different people on the top step. What a phenomenal season this has been. 6 different people on the top step. Only 1 driver has won twice. And we have got only 3 rounds left to go on a very, very tight fight for the top step then. And where are we visiting next, actually? Let's take a look at that. The next track up is the Hungaroring. So that's got to be a popular choice for everyone, but it is going to be rainy. So the Hungaroring is going to be a nice one to watch. And if I'm not mistaken, that is where Maverick stopped Nico's 5 races in a row of race wins. Although it really wasn't really down to me. It was down to another driver, really. But still, on paper, on paper, that's where I stopped Nico's 6 race win streak. So Shanae is now the holder of 6 race wins in a row, but no one has had a chance to win races in a row here this season because that top step has been so incredibly well fought over this season. And congratulations to all our drivers for that. And we probably are not going to have any interviews here today. So we are going to wrap it up there for today. Congratulations to Val Thunder for the Grand Slam, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the first Grand Slam this season as well. That is pole, lead every lap from lights to flag, and fastest lap as well. So congrats. Yes, there we go. Congrats, Val Thunder. Very, absolutely excellent display out there today. Well done to Grasic, who takes a good chunk of points in the championship and may actually take the lead in the championship with that result. We will see once the standings are released. And congratulations as well to Felix, who is on the podium. As we say, that might very well change in the stewards review because we did see Felix get involved in incidents there. But do stick with us and see what happens there. I cannot even England right now. And interestingly, so next week with my new Moza CRP2 pedals, I will finally change the cheap ones I have. And Val Thunder, I look forward to seeing how you get on with those new pedals because an upgrade can sometimes bring a little bit of consistency and a little bit of pace improvement as well. It's not all about gear, but certainly moving to a load cell pedal can help quite a lot. And oh my goodness, you'll love it because the feeling of them is just great. But anyway, we are going to leave that there. Please join us in just less than 2 hours' time for the wonderful Le Mans Ultimate. I'm sure you'll absolutely love that race. We have hypercars and LMGT3s on track at the same time, and the wonderful Paddy is going to be commentating for that along with Voller. So please do join us for that. And that is going to wrap us up for this week once that is over. And it has been an absolute pleasure being in the ComBox here with you today. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.